so what if our kids can't read? Our military rocks. We're fucking number one. We're number one. The world is our bitch, and we'll bust a cap in her ass if she don't do what we say. Western world. Bust a motherfucking cap in her ass. He is bankrupting our country too. Bush is totally bankrupt, but it's not really his fault because he has deficit attention disorder. So he's kind of a hobbled president there. He's not as scary as Arnold Schwarzenegger as far as I'm concerned. That guy's really scary, isn't he? I mean, he's governor of California, for Christ's sake. What happened to? We lost our minds? Confusing like an action hero with like the head. It's just crazy. That's a sign of the end of the world. Schwarzenegger, governor, isn't it? It's a sign. I'm so scared of him too. But you know what? I shouldn't like be all the way negative because I know he is trying to come up with ways to save the taxpayers' dollars. Like the free breast exams that he'll be performing himself. While Maria sits in the next room sharpening her jaw. Schwarzenegger, he's pretty concerned with all those Mexicans trying to sneak into what used to be their country. He's against that. I get really scared when I look around and it seems like all the world's leaders are a bunch of religious fanatics that want to see everything go up in flames. They want it to blow the hell up, like to fulfill some holy war scenario that they actually believe they were placed here by God to make happen. You know what I mean? They're making it happen. Oh yeah, well that's in the Bible. That's in the Bible. We found it in a jar in a fucking cave that's where they get their news, in a fucking cave jar, fucking bullshit. Do you ever think you're making it happen? I wish people would leave God out of their bullshit, really. Seriously, just leave God alone. Leave him out of it. Leave him out of politics. Leave him out of your bullshit. Fuck it. God hates politicians anyway. He does. Hates all politicians. So I fucking hate politicians. God hates fucking politicians. That's it. And that includes Pat Robertson. Don't you hate that guy? He's a politician wannabe. That guy is like the craziest person on earth, you know. I once called Pat Robertson the Antichrist, but I got sued by the Antichrist Anti-Defamation League. They said, yeah, we're fucked up, but we're not Pat Robertson. How dare you? All the stuff about morals and values, that's all new. That's weird. Politicians should not be talking about morals or values. They're all a fucking bunch of crooks. The only time they're ever telling the truth is when they're calling each other liars. And how did they get working people to vote Republican? How did they do that? That's like getting the chickens to vote for Colonel Sanders. And I believe the government, and by government, of course, I do not mean the United States government, but the one world satanic government that is drugging us all on testosterone-laced Starbucks coffee so that we can be easily led by Satan's disciples through the use of computers, including the chips we have implanted in our heads, which are constantly recharged by the cell phones, to have our lower chakras overstimulated so that we become lazy and unaware of what is actually going on in the world and only care about things that don't matter. Like sharing our germ-infested sex fluids with other members of the human race. And I believe the government is terrified that an older, sexless, menopausal woman such as myself might actually stumble upon this truth as I have done. And I'd love to share this truth with you, ladies and gentlemen. I'd love to share this truth with you, but as I look out there tonight, I can see you're all just a bunch of horny motherfuckers, and it will do me no good. You'll simply report me to the government, and they'll send someone after me with a hypodermic needle full of hormones. And I'm not falling for that again! Before I leave, I'd like to leave you with this one thought. There are people in our government and in our world who would like us to remain in fear. They would like us to be in fear all the time because then we're easily controlled. But you know what? We only have about a year to live anyway. So I say, if there's anything you really want to do, get out there and do it now, goddammit. Don't let fear stop you.